The second sloka before the 40 verses start is बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार. Now, Tulsidas ji accepts that he does not have the right intellect. And whom does he pray to? Pavana Kumar, Hanumanji. And what does he ask him? Bal, Buddhi, and Vidya, all the three. When he asks Bal, strength, now Hanumanji is a repository of all three: strength, intellect, and knowledge. Bal, Buddhi, Vidya. Now, when we say strength, when Hanumanji encountered Rakshasas in the Sundarkand and even after that, what difference was between Rakshasa and Hanumanji? Because even Rakshasas had strength. It was the presence of Buddhi. Buddhimatam Varishtham is a repository of intellect. When we say Buddhi, we can say a person has a right intellect when that person knows what to talk, when to talk, where to talk, how to talk, all these things. And we have seen instances like in Sundarkand when Sita Mata was about to, end her life in the Ashok Vatika. Hanumanji was that time sitting on the tree and just observing what was happening. And then when Sita Mata was about to take that step, Hanumanji, just look at how he responded to that situation. He did not come down and say, "Wait, Sita Mata, please don't do that." If he would have done that, Sita Mata would have been more frightened. She was already in a despicable situation. He didn't want to, frighten her more. Things could have been worse if we would have done that. So, what he did, he started whispering the whole Ramayana in a very low tone. And this caught Sita Mata's attention. Who is this speaking? Who knows everything about what conspired? And then he also narrated instances after Sita Mata was kidnapped by Ravana. And later on, when he was about to conclude, he said that I am Ramdut Hanuman. Now, can I please come down and speak to you? This is how he concluded in a very soft and whispering tone. And then Sita Mata allowed him to come down. So, responding to the situation, not reacting. And one more instance later on, when he found Sita and Hanumanji came back, and when Ramji was desperately, he wanted to hear something about his wife Sita. At that point of time, just listen to what Hanumanji said to Ramji. He just said two words, Drishtah Sita. And look at the word he used first, Drishtah, seen Sita. He did not say, I saw Sita Mata or something like that. He said, seen Sita. Seeing is more important than Sita Mata herself, because Ramji was wanting to hear this. So that is why he said, Drishtah Sita. He just said two words to convey his message. This shows how much to say and how to say. And later on, you know what happened? After Ramji listened to these two words, he was overwhelmed and he called Hanumanji and told him, the kind of seva you have done for me, I cannot give you anything to, reward you for what you have done for me. I can only do one thing. And he just, gave him a hug and told him that he's equivalent to his brother Bharata. So this was about buddhi, how to react in a given situation, how to respond in a given situation, and how to say, what to say, how much to say. This all this requires great intellect, and Hanumanji was a repository of it. And then comes Vidya. What is Vidya? A person is said to have knowledge. We are not talking about material or worldly knowledge here. A person is said to have knowledge when he knows what is temporary and what is permanent. When a person knows that anything material is always temporary, anything worldly is always temporary, and what is permanent is the absolute truth. And the personification of that absolute truth is Rama. And everyone knows what kind of devotion Hanumanji had for Rama. He was absolutely devoted to the truth and did not give much of an importance to the worldly matters. So, one who knows what is temporary and one who knows what is permanent is the person who is said to have knowledge. And the person who has knowledge, Vidya, is always filled with humility and not false humility, because Hanumanji had lot of strength and intellect, right? But he was still he had that humility. You can see वो हमेशा राम जी के चरणों में मिले दिखते हैं. वो हमेशा राम जी के चरणों के नीचे ही रहते हैं. जब हम मूर्ति भी वी सी द मूर्ति ऑफ रामचंद्र जी, सीता माता, लक्ष्मण जी, यू सी दैट हनुमान जी इज near the feet of Lord Rama. So, one who has knowledge, spiritual knowledge, you see that he is always uh, filled with humility inside. Vinamra, that is the right word. Then next comes Harahu Kalesha Vikar. When we say Kalesh and Vikar, Klesh is like Raga, Dvesh, Asmita, Abhinivesh, Avidya. These are the five kinds of Klesh. Raga Dvesh is nothing but wanting to have pleasurable experiences, rag, and aversion towards people or things is dvesh. You hear a lot about raga and dvesh. Asmita is again false pride. Abhinivesh is fear of death, and avidya is lack of spiritual knowledge. We'll not go into details of these words. And when we say vikar, what are the types of vikar? It says we have six types of vikar: काम क्रोध लोह मोह मद मत्सर. Kam is again desires, lob is greed, moh is attachment, mad and matsar is jealousy, mad again is false ego. So all these klesh and vikar, actually a person in the human form tends to develop over a period of time. It is because of the illusory power of the supreme truth, which is also called as maya. And because of these klesh and vikar, it becomes very difficult for a human being to evolve spiritually. So we are praying to Hanumanji, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Please take away these defects which I have developed in this human form over a period of time. Please take away these things, or just limit the tendencies in our uh, human form so that we can evolve spiritually. So, this is a very powerful doha. In fact, I also think that even if you are not repeating the Hanuman Chalisa, and if you just repeat the first two dohas in front of Hanumanji with a clear heart, and repeat these two dohas two or three times and pray to him, you can surely get results even if you are not reciting the whole Hanuman Chalisa. It is very important for us to know the meaning well when we are reciting, and this magnifies the effect, which I have also earlier told during the explanation of the first Doha. So thank you so much.